The land, this land, she is our mother. She is where we stand. My feet are planted firmly, like the roots of the mighty gum. Through the soil I am nourished. I am of her. Her heart beats from within her. Do you feel it? Ba-boom. Human, animal, fruit, and flower, we follow her rhythm. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Her heart, the pulse, it feeds us. And together we grow. The stones, they are handsome. They guide us and protect, but unlike the mountain, they are without bosom to feed, to nurture, like her, maintain, sustain, unclaimed, reclaim the land, this land. For she is our mother, creator of song, story, spirit, and self. My feet are planted firmly. I feel her breathe, breath twists through the trees. I hear her song singing in the waves, and I see the country for who she is. The giver of life, my kin, my spirit. I am a visitor to these hills, these rivers and valleys. My roots grow from the soil of the mountains south of the so-called borders laid upon her face. But my branches reach out and wrap around our mother. My leaves grow and hum new melodies. I am a visitor, but the mother, she knows my song. She feels my spirit, she hears my song. She wrote it herself. So I lend her my life, to speak her words, to sing her songs of hope, of healing, hopes of healing her burnt edges and closing open wounds. The water heals, it soothes the blistered skin, but it slowly with what we have put in. The water can only do so much, to touch and heal, charred wood, to clear the ashes, smoke, and she leaps. The mountains are not there to conquer. We feel her heart here, where we stand. Boom, boom, heart beats. Travel along winding roads, paved with gravel, laid upon the paths once walked by those who came before. The faces in the stone, strong, stoic, and old. I see them and they see all. This land is our mother. She feeds my sisters, brothers, and somehow we are treated as other. Mother treated as another. Just seen us since long before these buildings came, long before the tall ships came. Trees, the ancient and the tower above, the root to the flower, with song, with story, with spirit, with self. Blood hums from beneath the soil here. I feel it feeds, it heals. Do you feel it? Our footprints of the land, stomp, boom, boom. These footprints look different than they did before. They came from country, but not from mind. We occupy a space where ancient was to lay, sitting, maintain, sustained, unclaimed, reclaimed, for our ones where they are with us now. With feet planted firmly, I feel her softness, a silence. I feel the hush and the warmth on my skin. She weeps, she sleeps, she breathes, and sweet melodies whisper through my leaves. Feet planted firmly, like the roots of my deep gum. You're not the first visitor to walk on land that is not your own, but do you listen? I hear her when she speaks and listen to my soul. Every visitor heard the song, story, the spirit, the self. We heal the land. This land, she is our mother. She is where we stand. So I stand on her feet, planted firmly, just like the mighty gum. Stand upon her, sharing self, spirit, story, and song. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Digi Youth Arts Little Lunch Online. Thank you for joining us. I'm Emily, I'm a very proud Bunjalung Gidabal woman from a really long line of storytellers. Like I live and work on unceded Turrbal Jagera country, also called Brisbane, and that's where I am today. And we are Digi Youth Arts, and we share the stories of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, which is why we're here today. I will let Lucky and Ethan introduce themselves in just a second, but I wanted to kick this off with an acknowledgement poem that focuses on connection to country and story during this time of physical disconnection. I also encourage everyone in the Zoom chat to comment whose land you're on while you're watching, and to keep your microphones muted and not speaking. But thank you for letting me share. I'm going to hand over to you now, so you can share some of his work and story. Start by introducing myself.
Yeah, sweet. My name's Ethan Enoch Barlow. I'm a Nunaqa boy from Quandamooka country. Can everyone hear me right now? Is it all the best? Oh, sweet, cool. All right, so I got 3 poems I wanted to share with everybody. The first one is called To the Next, and it kind of goes off what Emily's talking about, how passing on knowledge and keeping culture alive in today's society. To the next and to the next, detailed with respect, with the same pause of breath, to the next and to the next. The fabric of our history is defined by intricate threads sewn through voice and dance. It remains in our heads, in our hearts. It finds a home within our soul. So we tightly hold from young to old, and we never let go till we're sure it's told, to the next and to the next. Detailed with respect, with the same pause of breath, with the same stop and stress, our story does not rest. Because even in our dreams, we see visions of the past. These words told to me when I was young are finding me at last. Every song line finds a place and time exactly when you need it, whether you're in your highest of moments or you lay down defeated. And while the flesh of man expires, a story is immortal, a portal to dream time. But when I'm there, I feel normal, familiar. Each step I take was once made before me, and every footprint I find is another part of the story, another part of history, a history that extends far beyond our lifetime and consistently reminds in every stage of its timeline invaluable lessons, essentials, delivered through the words of an elder, priceless values you will always remember. It stays with you and continues to echo throughout the mind, and you'll find that I've delivered mine through deliberate rhymes. There's no doubt in my mind that this is true to me, true to who I am. A beautiful synchronicity and an indescribable attraction, destined to be passed on with the exact same reaction. Because my breath is your breath. Your breath is mine. History in the air and history in my mind. I breathe in the air to fill my lungs' capacity and exhale my apathy and anything negative attached to me. This air is a cool breeze, but lights a fire within. Years of knowledge and years of pain in a gust of wind. So we guide the air to flow with a message to send so that any wrongdoing wouldn't happen again. That's our responsibility. What we aim to achieve, replenish this air so our people can breathe. Many of us are suffocating, our culture stripped away, our elders tried to resuscitate, but they pulled their lips away. It's overwhelming. A puzzle that we struggle to put together. A puzzle that will continue on forever. So we pass down the pieces as they were passed to us, forming this image with the stories we entrust. Stories, our stories. That's how we replenish the air. Powerful parables that are handled with care. So can our people breathe? Are we cultural investors? How will our country be when we are the ancestors? Because in the end, what's left? The next, to the next, and to the next. Detailed with respect, with the same pause of breath, to the next, and to the next. Thank you. Yeah, this. Yeah. Cool, this is cool. I have another poem I want to share. And basically, I wrote this when I was working with some kids with Digi Youth Arts. We were making some work together, and it kind of really spoke to me about how important it is to really listen to our young ones and hear what they have to say and let them know that they're important in this world. And yeah, and what they say has value and it matters to us. It's called Listen. Listen, listen, listen. Let my little brother speak. Let my little sister talk. Guide every step, watch where they walk, see where they go, see what they learn, watch how they grow through life's every turn. Because we all find our way through time and attention, and we all need to speak despite the pretension, holding it close, no slip of a mention, it's only a word away. How do you feel today? Let them know their voice matters. Let insecurity peel away and see just what happens. True expression, unjustified and genuine. Plant a seed and find where the roots are centered in, intrinsically sensitive, through the lens of innocence. Maybe then we can locate the dissonance, but isn't it familiar? It's you and me, can't you see how we're similar? Because we're still children, but we can speak our mind. But for some, these words are hard to find. Maybe some memories hurt to rewind, and that's where the dissonance lies. And I can see bliss through my tentative eyes, asking the same questions, regular hows, regular whys, but who am I to pry into a mind that isn't mine? Pressing further when they tell me that they're fine. And if you don't see the signs, you're stepping on a mine, an explosion of emotion pent up over time. So as you balance the line, remember, listen, listen, listen. Let their words reverberate throughout your mind. The little truths hidden in the rough make it similar to a gold mine. It takes you to an old time when you thought with the same simplicity. And I never thought I would feel it so critically. So listen individually. No voice is worthless. Everyone has purpose. Our words rotate together like how the earth is spinning forever till I disperse this. So when the words hit, I hope it stops time. Don't trip over small things like shoelaces undone. It's just a fun one for you and yours. Because when you make them smile, you become what they adore. Freedom to feel, to laugh and to cry. Because many young kids are just trying to survive. So let's talk eye to eye. And I will listen, listen, listen. Thank you. See, this is so cool. It's like I'm like a Twitch streamer right now. It's cool. Okay, I have one final piece I wanted to share with everybody. I'm also a hip hop artist, so a lot of my poems come from a rhythmic kind of place, so from hip hop. So this is one that I wrote as a song, but I use it as poems or a song. It's interchangeable. So this is about homelessness, and I think in times like this, it's good to think about how all the privileges that we do have, like a home and clothes on us, you know. So it's trying to think about other people in other positions, what they might not have. So it's good to appreciate what you have. I see a man at the corner store going up and down the corridors, military jacket. I'm sure that he's 54 or more. And now he's on the floor trying to make sense, searching for $1 and testing all of his patience. You never speak about the priest walking over him, like all his preaching about the peace doesn't go to him. Begging for a couple bucks for the next bus. I never trust. I tell him that he's out of luck. Send me to hell for my devilish ways because I couldn't help a man in his veteran days, but I could never understand why society strays and fades away from anybody struggling pay. I gotta say, could never judge a man panhandling. He's taking damage on his own, trying to manage it. I'm caught up in imperial schemes and cynical and still sleeping on material dreams. And every second, every minute, he'll be looking for a brighter day. And if he ain't got the money, he can find a way. You're well fed in a prison full of murderers. We leave you on the street, sir. Thank you for your services. And now I see a lady, 2 little kids and a baby, just lining up, waiting at the food van for a pastry. She never doubted that this life would be hard, but she was only in her 20s living out of a car. And I admit, with all good our demons to beat, but by we steady defeat, she was struggling to eat. And please don't forget, she's a mother of 3, so despite what her stomach said, she got others to feed. But let me interject, this is cause and effect. You see, life played a trap, now she's caught in the net. And now she take what she gets to relieving the stress because those kids had a dad till he up and he left. She's aggravated, frustrated, she's so annoyed. It's hard to keep it all together when you're unemployed. And nowadays I'm just saying the same. It's so funny that I still couldn't give her some change. And I'm scared that what I'm saying is only filled with contradiction. You see, in my position, I think I'm on a mission. I think I see what needs to be released. But everything seems to just repeat. But what is it to me? My responsibility, what can I achieve? Society isn't drilling me or asking me what I got in my pocket. I pick it up and never drop it. I don't know how to stop it, but I'm not a savior. That was only filled with arrogance. Sleeping in a shadow, going to the moon and back again. Money that I'm about to spend. could have a better use. And now I see the truth, I wonder why I needed proof. Because I'm never in range of the reality. I take my selfishness and mix it with my apathy, but maybe actually it's all the same. It's just funny that I still couldn't give him some change. Thank you. That's me, guys. Appreciate it. I'm gonna pass on to Lucky now, and I'm just gonna keep getting this art out to you. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Ethan. Can we all do another big one of these for Ethan? Yeah. Give one of those silent clap things. That's great. Ethan, all those were really beautiful and powerful. Thank you so much, man. So good to hear some of your new stuff. I was really moved by it all. Thank you so much, brother. My name is Lockie. I'm a Jabba Jabba man living on Yugambeh country down in Chugan. And I'm going to share with you a poem and a couple songs. I also work with Digi Youth Arts as a producer and an artist in the Ancient Bloods as well. So I'm going to start off with a poem called Elder, which is about this country that I'm on, Yugambeh land, and the relationship I've built with it, even though being from a different space myself. And then I'm going to do a couple songs, and we're going to see how well just live acoustic and singing goes into Zoom. I'm pretty sure it's state of the art. So anyway, this is Elder. This land is my elder. And even though I have spent generations and generations away from my country in the Kimberley, its hand still guides me. Its finger outstretches and the branches and the leaves sheltering me as I walk softly by the waters of Currumbin Creek. Its finger outstretches and the spray of stars as I walk alone beneath the midnight beach from Chugan's flat rock to the cusp of the alley, my mind blending in the estuary where the old voices whisper in the waves like pages unfolding on the shore, shedding sheets of the oldest stories ever told if I only care to listen, if I only care to read. If I only care to retrace the passages in my blood to the cursive lines of the Kimberley where waves of stone mount over me and secrets dance around ancient fires and great-great-grandparents sit around in perfect silence and look at me. Directly through the long lens of time, painting my mind with memories of my bloodline. Patterns of eucalypts that blink behind my eyes as they open to the moonlight shimmering on the beach. As they open to the dew glowing white upon the leaves, and suddenly it dawns on me that my country is all around me. That I am the estuary where the river meets the sea, and that even though my family was stolen over centuries and crammed into seething cities, my ancestors do still see me, and I can still be a grandson who carries on the dreaming. And although I was raised without my elders around me, without their hands to teach me, paint me, soothe me with their lines like rivers and their hands of shelter, this land itself has been my elder. And I will cross the empty desert of our dark, dark times to reconnect to my bloodline so that my kids don't have to grow up walking blind, trying to find the ancient light that is their goddamn birthright. And this is why I wade up to my knees in the estuary and pray into the high, wide night for the treaty to be signed, so that our culture can be kept alive, so that we can look into each other's eyes and reside as families in the hands of our elder, in the hands of this land. Thank you. Thank you. The silent applause is really something. It's like a dog whistle. You know, I know it's happening, but it's just a kind of ringing in my ears. I think this feels like a good enough distance. I apologize in advance if it sounds weird, but I'm just going to kind of sing through it and roll with the punches. But if it does sound weird and it cuts out or something, let me know after the first song so I can do something instead of the second song. All right. This song is called Snake of Light, and it's a song I've been playing for a long time in my band Self. You can find it on Spotify if you want. But yeah, it's all based on a kind of a prose novel that I wrote a little while ago. Yeah, and it's kind of about my understanding of the spirit of our land. So. Headlight round the edge, babe, like a sliding snake of light. I go driving through the pines in the middle of the night, blowing smoke out of my window, the moon lighting my eyes, and I pull into the town off the branches of the highway, and I stay in strange motels with the neon glowing over me, and I push into the bars where the locals eye me sideways, and I sip that amber glaze till its dew drips in my chest, and I'm drawing on an empty the songline of the land, and I stick you with some gum underneath my wooden chair. I headlight round the edge, babe, like a sliding snake of light. I go driving through the pines in the middle of the night, blowing smoke out of my window as I'm lighting my eyes. And I pull into the lookout high upon the country's mouth, and I overlook the valleys rolling from the ocean's mouth, staring at the cities so softly shimmering. Well, I know there's something's coming, and I plan to let it in. My amber is bright and his smoke is in my lungs. My soul is alive, burning bridges high above the cathedral of Australia. The nation turns to love as I shed my trillion skins and steal back what the devil took, and now you're burning in my belly and seeing through my eyes as I drive over the cliff edge and slide to the sky where these minds inside my blood can their songs across the night like men-mens in the woods carve their lines in shining light. Our headlights round the edges, babe, like a sliding snake of light. I go driving through the pines in the middle of the night, blowing smoke out of my window with the moon lighting my eyes. Thank you. All right. Well, thanks for bearing through that process. You know, I had fun. I mean, I can hear myself loud and clear. So, you know, it's one of those solitary experiences, perhaps. Well, what do we? I can either do another song, or I can do a poem of sorts. We could get some kind of communal vote through a show of shaking hands and Morse code variations. You know. Emily, what do you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say I reckon do some more music. We could hear it. It's not the easiest to interpret lyrics at times, but it's fun to see you playing music.
It's true. I mean, it's a blur of sound, you know. It's the expressionist language.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do another song. Maybe I'll try to play the guitar a bit louder and sit back a little bit on the voice. This song is called Naya, and it's probably actually, I think it's the first complete song I wrote, and then it's come with me a long time into Selv's EP. And it's about a lot of things. It's kind of like, it's based on a dream I had kind of a big burning tree, and every leaf on the tree was an ember, but every ember was a human soul. So that was pretty weird. And then I've also had dreams of my future daughter coming to me, and her name is Naya. So it means a conglomeration of things, just like lots of things do. So this is Naya, anyway. Molten ruins, I live in thee. Molten ruins, sweet in the breeze. Leaves in forest motion, coursing your blood. Sings the ocean open, and orchids traveler. Naya, Naya, ooh, Naya, ooh. Oh, single in amber, I love him. Oh, single in amber, blowing in the breeze. Fiery sparks of spirit, how the dancing wind finds tales about you, died inside the dream. Dream. Times we need healing. Times we can heal. It's time to find the moment. Now we see. Naya, 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 Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lucky and Ethan. All of your work is so beautiful. I've missed hearing you sing, Lucky,
Me too. That was fun.
and yarning about dreams.
Let's carry it on. Let's make this thing an hour.
Well, it's almost 12:30, so our half hour is almost up, which I'm very sad about because this has been great. It's been so good to sit and actually just like hear you guys sharing. But thank you to everyone who has come on and joined and listened. Sorry about the poem at the beginning if it was cutting out for you all. I'll do my best to share it somewhere at some point. But if you want to keep up with Digi Youth Arts and all of our work, you can follow our socials. at Digi Youth Arts on Facebook or Instagram, and also our band, The Ancient Bloods, that Lockie was talking about before, at The Ancient Bloods on Instagram and on Facebook. And just from everyone at DYA, stay home, stay safe, and take care of all of your communities in the best way that you possibly can. And thank you so much for having us, Arts Front and Little Lunch Online. This has been great. We're loving it. Amazing. How do we wrap this up?
What happens now?
Ethan and Lockie, do you have a farewell?
Oh yeah. Yeah, latest.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us, everyone. It was really nice to get the chance to share some music and poetry, and very grateful for being able to share art in this space. So thank you.
Yeah, straight up. Like, there's no opportunities for us to perform anymore, so this is really important to us. So really appreciate everyone coming and supporting. It's really cool.
Absolutely. Amazing. Thank you, everyone.
Later. Bye.
No, you hang up.